9. You wanted the dirt on Tulsa. You got it. Knock 'em dead, kid. That is the theme for the night,
Kick
for
ass.
the day, for the night. This is Tulsa Music Stream, and this is our Dead Crue Society, our episode 31 Motley Crue Tribute Special. And it's always a pleasure to be here with these two people,
Absolutely.
Mr. Nine and Jana.
Thank you guys for joining us. We've been pumped about this episode for a long time, Scott. I got to give it to you. You absolutely killed it on these recordings. That one, Knock 'em Dead Kid, for sure. We thought it'd be a great show opener because we're hoping to knock 'em dead tonight with this episode. We're going to do some fun stuff. We want to give a quick shout out to some folks in the chat room with us tonight. Elizabeth Talcott, Johnny Nitro. He's in the hospital. He had his knees replaced or knee surgery. Johnny, get well soon. Tim Connor, Lisa Hodges, Jen Jones, Thank you for sharing in multiple groups.
Jason
Tracy,
Fritz.
Yep.
Chuck
Tracy
Rogers, Stephanie Bruner.
Yep.
Dustin Little.
Travis Arnold.
Yeah.
Waiting in the wings.
What's up?
Candy, good
Candy,
night.
good night. Tim Hewitt. There you are. James Stewart. I think you may have already said that.
Yeah, Tracy Long.
Thank you guys so
Teresa
much.
Weber.
Sonia Peck. How you doing, Sonia?
Hi, Sonia.
Nice. Appreciate you all being in here. The numbers
Hi,
are
Tim
looking
Hewitt.
We're
great.
going to be giving away some Dead Crue Society CDs tonight. I think you guys got one. You show them to the public.
Oh,
Right
it's
there.
Nikki 6 here.
And so we're going to be giving some of those away throughout the night. So stick
Yes.
around, and hopefully you guys will win one.
Fantastic. Have we decided how we're going to give those away yet?
We'll just ask them some crazy questions.
We'll come
about
up
the
with
album.
some really weird, kind of off-the-wall questions.
Right.
And
Like,
Okay.
what song did Mark Mortensen play bass on that we don't really know?
That's a tough one. Yeah, that's a tough one. Hey, let's do our sponsor shout-outs real quick, and then we're going to...
Show us your
Oh, man.
boobies.
We're going to get to Mark Mortensen, who's waiting in the wings via Zoom for us right now. So let's give a big shout-out to our friends at gregshipman.com. Go to them for all your commercial photography, music video directing needs. They do band promos, artist headshots, concept art and video design, and so much more. gregshipman.com for all of those needs. Big shout-out to DEB Concerts. Big show coming up at the IDL Ballroom on Saturday, June 26th. Doors at 7, show at 8. Tickets are $30 in advance, $35 at the door. I've heard that's about to sell out. Our friends in Str8ght Shot are opening for Lita, and we're going to be talking to Steve Yeubanks from Str8ght Shot here in a little bit later in the show. So we're looking forward to that. Shout out to Identity Merch for handling our online store and doing such a bang up job getting those orders out. You guys have been ordering shirts like crazy, and it's really helping us out because now we're going to be able to get a new camera, new light that we desperately need. So thank you guys.
Yes.
Keep buying those shirts.
Yes,
man.
please keep buying those shirts, and please share our stream
Definitely.
all over the place.
and share the pictures of yourself in these shirts.
Yes, because we like seeing you in them. Last sponsor, Surviving Rocklahoma, Adam Richmond. He got us going on these Zoom calls, and this has really helped us take the show to the next level. So we appreciate Adam. And we are now going to bring, let me unmute him. Let's bring Mr. Mark Mortensen on. There he is in his Ghost t-shirt. We like seeing that. How you doing, Mark?
What's up, Mark?
How you doing? But can you hear us okay?
Yeah, everything sounds good. Cool.
Awesome. Very good. Well, who wants to open this conversation with Mark and talk about these unbelievable recordings that he's done?
Yeah, so that everyone knows that Mark is the one who pretty much produced and engineered this whole Dead Crue Society album, CD, and whatnot. Mark, what made you decide on what songs and tracks to put on this and record? Because I know that I know personally that you wanted to do some different songs that not a lot of people are very popular about or whatever. But tell us about that.
Well, basically, if you see the tracks that we did, it's only off the first couple of albums. We did the first 3 albums, and then we did one song off the later stuff. So it's basically just the stuff that we like. It's the same basic guys who did the Kiss one first. Of course, you guys. And so we basically I picked kind of the major chunk of songs, and then had Nine and Jason pick their favorites, and we just kind of went through, decided what we wanted to play, and that was it. It's not about commercialism. This wasn't even something we were going to release. It was just for our own fun, but it sounded good, and it's so cool. We were like, let's just go ahead and put it in, a CD format and give some away to people.
Right on.
I don't want to ask you to give away your secrets that you've learned along the way, but I know that when I recorded with you in 2013, we did our Heroes and Devils album. You were great back then, but something has happened in the last 8 years where you have just, I don't know, I anytime I talk to anybody that wants to record something, I'm sending them your way because you've gotten so freaking good at it. I don't know of anyone that gets a better hard rock or metal guitar tone than you. You're kicking butt on the drums, the vocals, the bass sounds raging on this thing. How have you developed this? Is it just a lot? Are you checking out a lot of stuff online and picking up tips from other guys, or are you just kind of, is it a trial and error deal for you?
It's a little bit of all that. It's just like anything. Practice makes perfect. So the more I do it, the better I'm going to get. The more different stuff that I do and different people that I work with, I learn things from them as well. and I spend a lot of time on YouTube.
Yes.
How to get a good metal bass sound, how to get this, how to do this. I'll just watch video after video after video and try some different stuff until it works with something that I like. You know, my thing is, you're either going to like my stuff or you're not going to like it, because I mix for what I want to hear in general. You know, if you want something specific, that's cool. But in general, if I'm mixing, it's how I want to hear it in my head. So that's what I shoot for.
Hey, Mark, tell us about your introduction to Motley Crue. Whenever you first were, you were whatever, 12, 13 maybe.
Yeah, it's funny because I was into stuff like, Michael Jackson, Thriller, and, whatever was on the radio or whatever. And it's funny. It was
me too.
Donnie Jameson the other night at the Rocket Science show. And we both kind of got into metal at the same time. And it was obviously Motley Crue and Ozzy.
Rad.
Yeah, all the typical guys. But the first time I was at my grandma's house, and my uncle had a waterbed, and he had like one of those kind of 70s old record players with the big foamy headphones. And I took that Motley Crue Shout at the Devil LP, and he had a little ceiling fan over it, and I'm laying down in the bed with those headphones on, and I've got that Shout at the Devil there. And with the ceiling fan, it made the pentagram look kind of cool, and I'm sitting there and I'm into it, and it basically changed me as a human being. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm still doing this stuff and listening to it so many years later, Right. And Shout at the Devil for me is like, that's the pinnacle. You know what I mean? It's funny. We look at the cheesy, Looks to Kill video, and the video itself is terrible, but I just love the way they look, man. That's
me too, man. It's that album and that look is what grabbed me, because honest to God, I saw them on a show called Top of the Pops one time. I think that Bowser from Sha Na Na hosted that show, and they lip synced to Livewire and Looks at Kill, and I was like, they're just trying to be Kiss. I didn't like them at first, and then I started seeing these ads in Hit Prater that for the Shout the Devil album that said Every Mother's Nightmare, Motley Crue, and the stuff your parents warned you about. My friend Scott Kendis, man, we kind of got into them together, and it just felt dangerous, and it just kind of sleazy, and just it was so same age for me, about 13, and same album, same look. Yeah,
for me it was at the Sapulpa high school. Beast was playing, and I've never even heard any Motley Crue songs. I didn't know what they were at that point, but they opened up with Red Hot, and then they like did Shout the Devil, and I knew like the title was Shout the Devil because I think it was getting ready to come out or something. That say somehow I heard it from Beast first before I heard anything from Motley Crue, which was cool. And from then on, I went and the album came out or something, and I went and bought it at TG&Y or some weird place like that. And then little later, me and Mark actually went to a Motley Crue concert together. It was like the Theater of Pain tour.
Yeah,
and we dressed up like we put on the Nikki Sixx and the Tom. We had both,
Oh wow.
We didn't want to leave anyone out.
That's cool. That's cool. I want to let you know you're getting a lot of props in the chat room for your mix on the CD. I know that. Let me scroll back a little bit. I know Tim Hewitt said something real nice. He said these tracks all sound really good. Mark did a great job. Travis Arnold said your mixes are awesome. I totally agree with that, and just want to give you more props on that. If you don't mind, I'm going to circle back just a little bit to the recording process, because I personally find it fascinating. I love working with you. One of your strengths is that you make people feel very comfortable in the studio setting. How do you try to kind of feel people out, like when they walk in, and if you can tell they're super nervous, is your instinct automatically to just try to get them loosened up and calm them down? I'm sure different things work for different people, but what is that dynamic like when people come in the studio and you try to get them in their comfort and happy zone getting ready to record?
Yeah, that's a huge part of everything. Part of the reason that these sound so good is I've got great players with great equipment. You know what I mean? It's basically, you just don't mess it up, and it's everybody's going to play better when they're comfortable. If you're nervous and you're not going to play your best, so that was one of the things that I read early on, especially with vocals. try to make them as comfortable as possible. And sometimes it's hard if you don't know the people, but you just try to do little things and just, let them know it's just like anything else. It's no different than having a mic in your hand than having one up there with a little pop filter, with the headphones on. It's the same thing. You just gotta let it go. And people that I know well, like Jana, for example, I know how I can push you. I know I know when I can get more out of you. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I can tell when you kind of start getting to the point where it's not as fun and it's starting to become monotonous. So then we'll move to something else, which is the same thing that I do for myself when I'm recording. You know what I mean? I do it until I kind of get in the zone, and then you usually get, 2 or 3 good takes when you're in that place. And then, I'll keep trying to be perfect, which, you're never going to get, and keep trying. And eventually it'll start to where it's going back downhill. I'm not getting better. It's getting worse. So then I stop and go back through and see if I've got something that's worth it. So I try to do the same thing when I record other people that I would want to do if I was walking into the studio. What can I do to help you get the best performance?
Yeah.
Cool.
You definitely
want to say hello to Rock Bitch in the chat room. Hello, Rock Bitch.
Hi, Rock Bitch.
That's cool.
Now, I wanted to ask you again about, what are some of your Achilles heel in the studio? Some of the things you dread having to do. I know at one point you hated doing vocals. You struggled with them a long time ago. You're just like, they just drive me crazy. Are they still an issue for you, or do you have other issues now?
No, it's still vocals, and here's why. Like with guitars, the reason I get a good guitar sound is because I fucking know guitars. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing forever, and I have a bunch of amps, and I know how to do that. I can't sing or the shit. I hate singing backups. I hate singing. So I've never been good at it. So it's hard for me to coach someone because it's hard for me to articulate what needs to be done because I don't know myself. You know what I'm saying? You're a better singer than me. It's hard for me to tell you. So it's still hard for me. I can tell you when something doesn't sound right, but I can't always say, oh, you're a little flat, or you might be a little sharp here, or, I can hear certain little things here and there, and I'll try to kind of guide, but that's always going to be hard for me just because it's not my forte as a musician.
We recorded the
drums enough. You can tell tunings and, moving mics and stuff like that. With somebody's voice, it is what it is. We can try some different things. I've got a few mics now to move around and, might step a little closer, step a little farther back. But with a singer, it's all what comes out. You know what I mean? Right. So, again, it's more of just making them comfortable so they'll just give their best performance.
Talk about the differences between, I don't know how long ago it was that we did the Kiss CD and the songs or whatever. Is it a vast difference? Do you think that you've learned so much more since the Kiss songs that, the Motley project was more advanced, maybe better?
Yeah, and it's definitely easier. It took a lot more work to get the Kiss songs to where they sounded really well, and it was much easier with this stuff. It's more about trying to enhance it than it is, maybe making up for some deficits as you're recording. It's always better to anybody who's out there who's, wanting to get into this. The best advice is to get the sounds to tape that you want. Fixing it later is much harder than fixing it going in. Right, if it sounds going in, it's going to sound good going out. And anything you do to it is going to make it better instead of trying to fix it. It's kind of, you can't polish a turd.
No, you can't.
So let's mention some of the people who actually played on this CD. We got, of course, myself. We had Travis Kidd, who played on City Boy Blues. Rick Adams from
Travis also played on Primal Scream.
Yeah, I'm going to go down the list. And then Bastard was Rick Adams on vocals, and Mike Vines, who's also in the chat room.
Perry Vines is in here.
He did the solo on that. Public Enemy #1 I sang on. Janice did the solo. Starry Eyes. there's going to be some questions I want to ask as well to give away a free CD. So here's one question I got for you guys.
Is this a giveaway, Scott?
Yes, this is a giveaway right here. We're going to
Ooh.
give away a Crue CD, a
Nice.
Dead Crue Society CD.
Exciting.
Who sang Starry Eyes on this album right here?
First person in the chat room to get this right is the winner. We're watching the chat room. You guys help me keep an eye on the chat room for the winner. Mark, I know that you wanted to discuss something. Oh, there's our winner, Angie K. Angie K wins.
All right.
Good job, Angie K. We'll get this to you very soon.
Angie.
So, Mark, I'm going to switch gears just a touch, sort of. You had some stuff you wanted to say about the Crue Tribute show that's coming up.
I got Jason Fritz as the winner on mine.
Oh, well, then we'll give both of them because he was second on mine.
Stick didn't. Derek Thrasher says Stick, and it wasn't Stick.
Stick.
Nope.
So anyway, Mark, I know you had some stuff you wanted to say about the Crue Tribute show coming up at the IDL Ballroom. I think there were some things you wanted to clarify. Let me give you the floor to do that right now.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. First of all, the Dead Crue Society, the CD that we did, has nothing to do with the show. It's just a happy coincidence. We started doing this over a year ago before this was ever a thing. So even though we're all working together to make it kind of a cool thing that kind of goes together, it is two totally separate things. The Dead Crue Society is just something that we did for fun. And the Crue Tribute show at the IDL, that's all Tom Green. And I've read some of the comments and stuff online, and people think that this is my little baby. And I had a part in it, as you guys know, because we all sat around a table and chose the songs and all that stuff. All I did was put musicians with songs and make the song list. That's literally all I had to do with this. This is Tom Green's baby, and he should get all the credit for how awesome this thing's going to be.
Right.
So I just want to because, like I said, some people thought that this, like I was putting this on. It's like, no. I just, because of my experience with the Crue thing that we were doing and stuff, and it's just kind of my wheelhouse. It was just kind of me that got chosen to help make the song list and put everybody together.
That makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes total sense.
It's cool.
That's hard to make everybody happy when you're in charge of something like that too. You know what I mean? So you did a good job.
And the way that we approached the tribute show, as opposed to the CD, was more hits, more
Yes.
things that the people will come and sing along to and rock out to and dance and whatnot. So that was like a little bit different than what we did here, even though there is Home Sweet Home on this CD. You know, we did all hits basically, and then filled it in with a bunch of, B-sides and stuff.
Right.
Which is what makes it incredible. If you're like us, I think I speak for everybody here, Mark included, we love B-sides, but for the general population out there, they like to hear the big hits and stuff they know. So I think everything was structured great. You get the best of both worlds. Get the hits with the show. You get the B-sides with the CD. It's a complete and full package.
Yeah.
And it's great, Mark. We just can't brag on you.
Couple of my favorites is like the one that Rick Adams does, like
Oh,
Bastard
man.
and Red Hot, and
Dude, guys, he killed it.
Yes.
Killed it. Because it's funny because back in the day, First Strike and Beast both, they were like unattainable rock stars to us. We're just young kids, we don't know anything, and they're playing big venues, and they looked like Motley Crue. So to us, not knowing the difference between a local and a national band, they were Motley Crue to us. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Absolutely.
Awesome feeling sitting here in my room, and Rick came in, and to hear his voice in my studio singing these songs that we played, it was freaking awesome. I love it.
That's so cool.
Like an honor to hear that, and like I said, he killed it. He came in just one day and did a couple of takes, and it was like boom, boom, boom. It's like, awesome, great, you sound badass, cool.
It's fun for me, for I'm sure for Scott too, because we've known each other for so long. It's you're already walking in pretty comfortable because it's you, and then it's just a depending on how high I am, it's just a bunch of laughs and a good time, man. So yeah,
And we know this music so much too.
that's just it. We know all the nuances of these songs, so it's so funny when you listen to the CD and you hear one thing that doesn't line up with the original because we know them so well, even though, you know, it might sound better what we did. It's just that, you know, you, Scott, and I know the song so well that we are like, yeah, a little part right there. But, you know, it turned out so good, man. And when I put the CD in my car, I was just like, wow, this sounds killer.
And I know what's going to happen too. You know, the singers are going to get a lot of love, but man, you, Mark, Nine, Jason, you guys that laid down the foundation of all the stuff, you guys played your asses off, and it sounds incredible. And so props to all of you guys for laying that amazing foundation for the singers on this thing. Great job.
Thanks.
Now, God bless the children of the beast. Now, I've never even heard anyone else do that, like as a cover or anything. And then as soon as I heard it officially done with the vocals and everything at the end, it sounds almost exactly like Mick Mars.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I was like, holy crap.
Mark he's always been really good at covering Ace Frehley and Mick Mars.
Yes.
That's my jam.
Yep.
It's a great job.
Who did the vocals at the end on that?
Good enough to do George Lynch and, you know, dudes like that. So that's I was like, I'm better with the guys who aren't quite so technically proficient. You know what I'm saying? I always had a heart and have the skills.
All right.
Same here.
Well, let's give away another CD. I'm going to give away about 6 of them tonight.
Oh, wow. Neat.
So we already given away one.
Well, no, we've given away 2 because we're going to give one to Angie and Jason.
Maybe we'll just give one the cover and the other one the CD.
That's
or maybe
rude.
we'll burn the CD off on, like, you know, a cassette.
Yeah. Well, we can, yeah. Bootleg.
Nice.
Anyway, Steve McCabe sings on this song, on this album, and I want you guys to name the song that Steve McCabe sang on.
Okay.
First one in the chat room.
Watch the chat. And Scott, we'll go with who pops up first in yours because I think mine is a little bit delayed.
Well,
this might take a minute.
it could take a minute.
Yeah, there's a delay too.
Okay. While we're waiting, let's give a shout out to Kendra Bostic in the chat room, Christy McCutcheon, Candy Goodnight.
It's kind of a tough song. They probably won't even remember this one.
Yeah, that might be a tough one.
Nope. Someone said too fast, but
no, good try, Johnny.
that was too fast.
Yeah, exactly.
He posted it on his page. There you go. Jason Fritz got it, so he officially now wins
Okay.
the other one. So let's go ahead and give this one away as well.
Okay.
Who played drums on all tracks?
Oh, come on.
Well, that's a terrible question. She just gave the answer to that a minute ago.
I know, but hey, we're checking on if they're paying attention or not.
Okay.
I doubt they are.
Who played drums on every single song on this album? No nicknames.
Okay, Travis Arnold. Yay, because I wanted to give you one anyway. Travis Arnold wins. So we've given away 3 CDs now.
There you go.
Good job.
Who
buddy.
is sitting next to me?
All right, we're going to give away more throughout the
We
show.
will. I want to ask Mark one more question before we cut him loose and let him have his evening. I keep going on and on about your recording skills. Is it safe to say that you hope and wish to continue doing recording projects for the foreseeable future?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And here's the thing. I'm dirt cheap. Give me a call. Seriously, hit me up on Facebook for real. I'm like dirt cheap.
Yeah, you really
and
are.
I put my heart into everything, you know, and I can do a lot of production tricks and stuff. So yeah, if you're interested in some recordings, hit me up.
What if you got some? What if someone's got some fat beats to lay down?
Oh, even
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
What if
Yes,
somebody tries to reach out to you on your other Facebook page, but you don't get the message? Then what?
Dude,
Man.
that sucked, man. I'm serious. I had thousands and thousands of pictures from DMS over the years. Be like, oh, that's cool. I'll save that. And you think with some giant company like Facebook, I was like, well, those will be there forever. And if I ever heard some kind of rumors it was shutting down, I'd have time to get them out of there. And some douchebag hacked my Facebook page and I lost everything. Literally.
I'm
My
so
whole
sorry.
profile is just gone.
Yeah.
Sucks, man.
So what song are you doing at the tribute show, Mark?
I am doing Don't Go Away Mad, which is weird for me because I like all the old heavy shit, but it was the people who were playing on it. I wanted to do one with you, Scotty, and
Right.
out of the one there and some other people to have shots at, it was just the right song. And then, of course, Nine's playing bass and Jason's on drums, and Jana is going to play acoustic on it. So it's all my favorite people on stage at the same time.
Awesome.
Except my wife, who I actually was talking about maybe give her a tambourine and put her up there.
There you go.
And it's all people on stage at the same time.
There you go.
There you go.
And hey, Tom King from Doxy said next album is going to be with you. So get ready for the next Doxy
Hey,
album.
that'd be kind of cool.
Dude, I would love that. I would love that, for real.
Okay. We just made a deal right here. We just made a deal. Well, hey, buddy, you're awesome. We love you. We're so proud of you. And thank you for all the hard work and hours I know that you spent on this thing to make all of us sound great. And we certainly know and hope that people are going to enjoy it immensely. So we will cut you loose, and we'll see you at the tribute show on the 13th.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
All right,
Cool.
buddy. Thank
Peace
you.
out.
Have a good night.
Have a great night.
Shout the devil, my friend. That's funny. All right.
Awesome. Very cool.
There you go. Mark
That's
Mortensen of Dead Metal Society.
You know what? This is a technical thing that we'll talk more about off the air. Have you guys noticed that if we talk, it mutes his microphone?
I did notice.
Yeah.
I did
I
notice
hate
that.
that.
Yeah.
Now, is that on his end or is that on?
I don't know
Or-
if that might be an Adam question,
Sure.
but it was funny because we were talking while he was saying F and A, and it beeped him out. It was kind of like censorship, like
wow.
accidental censorship right
Wow.
there.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
do you do? But
Cool.
48 people in the chat room. This
Yep,
is
49.
How
awesome.
you guys all doing tonight?
Yeah, what's
It's
up,
awesome.
man? Well, do you guys want to play another tune?
Do something with Rick Adams.
Why don't we do that song we were just talking about called Bastard? We're going to play this for you. After it, we've got two more. But immediately after we play the song, we're going to talk to Dale Thompson and Travis Arnold via Zoom call. They're going to be two of the performers at the show. Oh, hey, we've got Manford, Oklahoma in the house.
What up,
hey,
Manford?
Hi, Manford.
Welcome.
And there was someone from, where'd they say, Florida? Someone in Florida.
Hello,
was here.
Florida.
Man, that's so wonderful. That's what we're looking for is growth.
Hello,
Cleveland.
Kendra.
Yes.
Hey, Ryan Kirk.
Yeah, when you guys share the
Derek
stream,
Neely,
we
how you
grow.
doing, man?
That's right.
Oh, Jen Thomas Jones I think she said she was from Florida.
Okay.
That's awesome. Cool.
Christine
Hello,
Fetch.
Florida.
So cool.
Very good. Well, we want you guys to enjoy this next song. This is Rick Adams on lead vocals.
Rick Adams is in the chat room, too,
He
and he
is.
said, nice shirt.
You must know that when we recorded the original tracks for these, the rhythms and the guitars, we kept everything true to Motley Crue, like we heard it as kids. We didn't try to make any of the songs our own, nothing like that. It just was a tribute to Motley Crue, and we kept the songs true to form. So all the vocals, everything for the most part, there's I would say 97.9% of it is true to form. So
Yeah.
when you hear these songs, man, I hope you appreciate them because, like I say, Mark put a lot of work into them, and I'm pretty proud of them.
Yep.
They sound really good.
And we're giving away more CDs, so stick around. It's going to be your turn next.
Here's Bastard. We'll be right back with Travis Arnold and Dale Thompson. Stick around.
All right.
Hey, fellas.
Welcome back, everybody.
What
Tulsa Music
up?
Stream.
What's up,
That was
guys?
Bastard with
Rick
Rick
Adams.
Adams on vocals.
Sounds so killer, man.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
job, Rick.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we're going to change a little bit and talk a little bit more about the tribute show. That will be at the IDL Ballroom. I think that is what
June 13th.
June
Yes.
13th.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sunday.
Is that Friday?
It's a Sunday.
Sunday, dude.
Sunday.
It's
Wow.
okay.
It should be Friday.
It should
Wow.
be, but it's not. But yeah, we've got two other performers. We got the guys that hold down the low end with us here. Mr. Travis Arnold is the guy that you're looking at on the left. Mr. Dale Thompson on the right. Fellas, how are you doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Cool.
Great.
Awesome. Well, before we get to them, let's go ahead and get a couple more shout-outs to the people in the chat room. Derek Thrasher representing Broken Arrow.
Oh.
Shell Michelle, Kansas. Don Sloan, how you doing? And Steve Savage, Marty Pelton, Sherry, and Syke. Awesome. Another singer on this.
Welcome. We'll be seeing Marty Pelton at the show. He'll be playing, right?
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. And then Tanya Thompson as well.
Hello, Tanya.
All right. Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Fantastic, man. What's up with you guys?
Well, not much, man.
Just trying to put on a show.
Yeah,
you know?
we're going to talk a little bit about the tribute show at the IDL Ballroom, and what songs you guys playing? Travis, go with you first.
Oh, I've got 4 or 5. I'm not sure. I've got. I mean, we're doing everything: Helter Skelter and Smoking in the Boys' Room.
Yeah.
You know, just gonna have a good time, man. I can't wait to see everybody from Tulsa.
Now,
You know?
is this your first show in Tulsa? For it's been a while, right?
It's been a long time.
Wow. Are you
Yeah, last
excited?
year. I'm way excited, guys. So excited to be here and see everybody.
It's going to be so cool to hang out with you get to see old bandmates and new friends, man. Really cool. It's going to be a good time.
Yes, it will be. It will be. I can't wait to see everybody.
And
So,
Dale's a veteran of this already.
Yeah, Dale plays every weekend, man. He works really hard, you know. It's going to be good to see Rick Adams and Matt Donaldson, the captain, and be on stage with Jana. It's going to be really great, man. So
Awesome.
Can't wait,
You know?
man. Now we're also gonna get into. Dale and I talked a little bit about some of his history, and I want to get into a little bit of that with both of you guys. Before we talk to Dale about his history, and Dale, the stuff you were telling me last night, please tell it again because it's amazing. But Travis, that video of you opening that bass, I don't know how many people have seen
That was
it.
cool.
So cool.
But listen, I want you you don't have to reenact it, but please tell the story behind that and what you're going to be doing with it. It gave me chills when you told me last night.
yeah. First, I was just going to check something. I've got like my face only. Is there a way for all the screens to be on there? Or is that just we just see ourselves?
I think
Dale
that
comes
is,
in and out. I don't know if there's a adjustment for that.
that's something on your end that you would have to adjust. I'm not a Zoom expert yet, but you probably have it set up to where it shows whoever.
Okay, it's okay. I don't mind it. It's just kind of weird because I'm looking at myself talking, and it's
You can
last night we
probably
had
just scroll it across, and you'll
go sideways.
Yeah. Well. Just,
Oh boy.
No.
No, the other way.
That wasn't the thing to do, Travis.
There he
There we
is.
go.
Now
You're
he's on
back.
the other
I
side.
like that.
There's like 3 pages.
Wow.
So
you
anyways,
switched.
we'll leave it alone. So anyways, it was weird. So when you guys asked me to play, I really wanted to play like the earlier ones, and I was actually in town by accident on the Van Halen one, and I'm a big Van Halen fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys can see that,
Yes.
Wow.
but that's Eddie Van Halen's signature. Alex and Sammy Hagar, Michael Anthony. So long story short, is I was there by accident when you guys did the Van Halen thing. So Todd's an old friend, and what happened was being asked to play the Motley Crue thing in First Strike and other bands. We've always played Motley. Everybody's played Motley since Motley was Motley from the beginning. So
Yeah.
and I remember in First Strike, we really loved the Motley songs. They were so great for us to play. And long story short was, Todd Cook used to own Guitar House, and Todd owns Identity Merch. He's doing the T-shirts for the Motley Crue Tribute. Todd is a wonderful soul. but he sent me a bass years and years ago when he had Guitar House. And so I was digging through basses. I've got like the Nicky Six Blood bass, the BC Rich. I've got the black basses from when I was in First Strike with the red pinstripes and stuff. And I was thinking, what bass should I play to be Nick? There you guys go. Perfect. Everything's up now. So
that
anyways,
was my fault. Sorry.
I was searching through basses.
There we go.
There you, hey Dale.
Hey.
So I was searching through basses to try to find the right bass, and I got to thinking, man, there was a Thunderbird in the truck. So anyways, long story short is I opened up a bass that got sent to me from Todd Cook from years ago, and it's a 14 karat gold, 50th anniversary, 1963 Gibson Thunderbird.
Jeez.
And we opened it up last night, and we dedicated it to Todd and to you guys for the love of Tulsa, and we're bringing it back, and we'll be using it on stage. So
That's very
anyway,
Cool.
Amazing.
hopefully that's Reader's Digest version.
It's beautiful. I can't wait to see it. And you were telling me last night you're actually contemplating having all the performers sign it, but I said if you do that, you're going to devalue the thing really bad. I'm just joking.
Well,
I'm just joking.
It was either that or bringing back 3 others, because I have other basses to bring, and I even had a white Thunderbird. And but no, I had that in a box and never opened it for as many years as it's been in there, so it's a gift. And to be able to come back and play on stage with Dale and Janice, Scotty, Nine. If we can get 2 basses on stage, brother, I love
Right
you.
on.
And hey Nine, I love your open heart, and you're the best bass player by far. I love your style, brother.
Thank
Anyways,
you so
what I was
much,
going to
man. I
say was
appreciate that.
I'm going to bring it back and have everybody sign it, and I'm going to keep it forever. And if I go, let it go with me.
Awesome.
Denise-
That's so cool.
Denise in the chat room says if you guys want a shirt, a Motley Crue t-shirt, I'm assuming the tribute.
Yes.
They are all on pre-sale till June 6th. And speaking of shirts, Travis, let's see that shirt you got, man.
The one that's on. Hey, I was wondering if my donuts made me look fat, but I think the Motley Crue makes me look fat.
What do you got there? Is that the Shot the Devil album cover you got?
That's
I
cool.
think
Wow.
so.
Very nice.
That's so cool. Well, man,
Yep.
let's talk to Dale for a minute. Dale, tell me a little bit. We'll talk about what you're going to be doing at the Crue show too, but some of the stories you were telling me about just your music history. I never knew that one story you told me last night. Would you tell that to the viewers about some of the stuff you've gotten to do during your music career?
Well, I've definitely been blessed, and some of the things that I've had the opportunity to do is just blows my mind. I can start back at the beginning days whenever I was one of the original members of Beast with Kevin Bunch and Keith Evans, and there was another guitar player at one time that not a lot of people know about, and that was Scott Campbell, and of course they had Keith Evans on drums, and
Killer Keith.
yeah, and some of the things that Kevin used to do back then was just unbelievable. I mean, it was. I really don't know how to describe it. I mean, to me, back then, it was just off the charts. I'd be like, we're going to go to the Bowman Twin, all dressed up in our full duds and everything, and go promote a show. And Kevin's like, yeah. And I don't remember what movie was playing at the Bowman Twin at the time, but we went there, and there was a crowd from the front door wrapped halfway around the building.
Wow.
And so we're walking up there, and we're walking back behind Kevin because it's like, if the butt kicking's going to start, well, Kevin, you're going to get first. But anyway, Kevin's like, hey, can I get your guys' attention for a minute? It's like, okay, well, I think they already got it, Kevin. But anyway, I mean, he was just, such a great guy to work with, and great songwriter, and you guys have seen him before. He's an incredible performer.
Yeah.
Just great stage presence.
For sure.
And I've got to got to play in 2 different projects with Tim Hewitt, and that's the man has golden vocals. He does. I mean, there's just not many singers of that caliber. Mm-mm. And I played with him at Teacher's Pet, and played with him again in a band out of Dallas called Vendetta. And I'll tell you a real quick story of one thing that happened whenever I'd only been in Teacher's Pet for like 3 days, and we went to my actual first gig with them was at a place in Joplin, Missouri called the King of Clubs. Mm. And so we played our first set. And I'm going to the bathroom, and the sound man goes, you know who that is right there? I said, I have no idea. Who is that? He said, C.C. DeVille. Wow. I was like, who's C.C. DeVille? And he said C.C. DeVille from Poison. And Poison had just came out at that time. So, but the only really song that, he really knew was Cat Dragged In. Mm-hmm. And then the next thing, the whole band is there. Wow. And they got up and they played on stage with us and everything. They gave us backstage passes and, let us come to the sound check and everything. We came out and partied with us 2 nights in a row. That was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My goodness.
And but back to some of the stories that you were talking about last night. I played in a band called New Country Revolution from about 1993 till 2001. And in the early part of 2001, I believe it was in February, we got the opportunity to go overseas and play for the troops.
Wow.
And the guy that that said that he was going to send us over there, we're like, yeah, whatever, whatever. And the next thing you know, we're getting we're getting passports and everything else, and it happened, and we flew from Tulsa to Atlanta, Georgia, from Atlanta, Georgia to Frankfurt, Germany, from Frankfurt, Germany to Kuwait. And so, by the time we got to Kuwait, we had no earthly idea what time it was, we were just beat tired. And so you hear that, or whatever they call it, the call to mosque or whatever, all that.
That's pretty good, Dale.
That singing and everything, It's we start hearing that, and Daryl and I open up the window. It's like, what's going on outside? What's the deal? And so we look out there, and there's just all these people. They're on their knees, they're praying and everything. I'm like going, okay, well, Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Right.
But so anyway, the very first show that we actually did was. They set us up on 2 military flatbed trailers out in the middle of the desert, 13 miles from the Iraqi border.
Jeez.
And that's right.
Wow.
And another funny story about that is Daryl and I, we decided while we were in Kuwait that we were just going to, we didn't want to sit around the hotel all day. We were just going to go out and see the sights and, see what all we could find. And they got like little, I think they call them souks or something like that, like little shops and stuff all up and down the streets. And so everywhere we went, we had to go on military vehicles, bulletproof vehicles. And, we always had military escort and stuff. And so, we didn't know that going outside the hotel room was a no-no. And so, it wasn't going to be too hard to find 2 long-haired guys, walking the streets of Kuwait.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's a cool story.
So we're walking down the street, and then here comes the 2 SUVs. They pull up and they slam on the brakes and everything. Open the doors. Get in here! You guys can't be walking the streets of Kuwait. They hate us here.
Damn!
Wow.
Well, yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, that's just and in that band, we also got 2 Spot Music Awards. We got Best Regional Act and Best Regional Album.
Yeah.
And then with the band that I play with now, Bottoms Up, those guys are a blast to play with.
Yeah, Jimmy Bottoms.
Anyway, won Best Blues Award from Tulsa Music Awards. The first year they had that, and I was like, I'm like going, we won the best blues band. How's that?
That's awesome.
Because, so think about all the incredible blues players there are, in Tulsa. It's like, and they said, then the winner is Bottoms Up. I'm like,
that's great.
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, congratulations. Now,
Yes.
Travis, did you and Dale, you guys knew each other back in the day, when he was like, playing in a lot of the bands and you were with First Strike.
Yeah, let me tell you a little story about Dale and Kevin Bunch. So I actually played with Keith Evans also in a band called Deadly Weapon.
Yeah.
But I remember the first time, it wasn't the first time I saw Dale, but it was, so we get into Keith Evans' old truck, and we're driving for like an hour straight west of Tulsa for like an hour into nothing. Back then there was no buildings, just old barns with no electric. And we get out there, we're driving through a farmer's field at midnight, completely black. They had like little candles lit along the dirt road. And we get out in the middle of a farmer's field, and these guys are burning bales of hay, and they're playing in the middle of a farmer's field, Kevin Bunch and the Beast, with pentagrams and all the crazy stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is as close as I can get to the Flame.
Yeah.
But they were great, man. The Beast with I knew Troy. We went to school with Troy. He graduated at East Central.
Yeah, Troy
And
Michaels.
Troy McClellan, yeah.
Yeah.
Played bass with them, and knew Dale and Johnny. And Johnny, of course, was with First Strike. And so anyways, we all go back to Old Manford, Old Malgi, and we just had friends. Dale's like me. We never met somebody that we weren't already friends with. So it's really hard for us to find an enemy,
Right.
So
it's going to be amazing seeing all you guys because, like I said in the opening when we were talking about, how we first were introduced to Motley Crue, and Dale, you were there when I was talking about the Sapulpa High School auditorium, and you guys did Red Hot and did Shot the Devil before I heard it from you guys first before I even heard it from Motley Crue, and then of course big First Strike fans as well, and I listened to Nightmare album just nonstop all the time, and so I'm good friends with all you guys, and so it's gonna be cool to see you guys out and about at the IDL Ballroom and talk about old stories and seeing Rick and all you guys, hanging out. It's gonna be an honor for me because we like Mark said in on his Zoom call, you guys, we looked up to you guys, and so now we're gonna be all on one stage together, and it's gonna be an amazing event, and I'm looking forward to it, and just seeing you guys just being chums again and just hanging out. It's gonna be very special to me.
So, the best part about these tribute shows is the hanging out, the schmoozing with the other musicians, and it's very cool. There's never been any egos or attitudes or anything, and you guys, Dale, you've done it once already, but yeah, Travis, you're gonna love it, man.
Yep, it's the best.
Hey, something about Mark. I wanted to throw this out there at Mark. When living in Hollywood and being around Capitol Records and all the big industry, Mark's a special cat, man. For him to make those sounds as rich and as fat and as full. Capitol Records, they're spending millions of dollars to make those buildings and build all that concrete to try to get a sound that Mark's creating on his own.
That's right.
And that dude, he's got an air, he's got a sound, and he's making it happen. And you guys all playing all the instruments, all the musicians, those recordings are fantastic. They sound great. I don't care if it's a telephone or a stereo system, they sound killer. You guys did awesome.
Little did you know the concrete that we had to put in his house. Before we even could record, it was.
Oh yeah, no, we were pulling double duty there.
There was a lot of bags of concrete.
Oh yeah,
we had to
broke our back.
Mix it with water and shit. It sucked.
It's
right.
true.
No, but you know what? The thing about it is, you guys were in the age group kind of in front of us. We were say maybe 13 or 14 while you guys were 18 or 19 years old. So we were in the class of local musicians right behind you. So, but all of us knew who you were, as young teens. And me and Broken Arrow, I moved here in the early 80s from California. But my buddies had the first Strike album too, and so when you're 13 or whatever, 14, and you're starting to like those kind of bands that look like that. First Strike was definitely there, and and of course I saw Dale play. I don't know how old I was then, but so it's cool, man. You guys are kind of like big brothers.
Yeah,
Definitely.
awesome.
Well, we love you guys, man. I think Scotty
Absolutely.
said he went to the Str8ght Show and at the Old Lady on Brady, and it touched my heart when he said that, because when you play music, you kind of do it for yourself, and to make what you want to see is the enjoyment on people's faces.
Yeah.
But for someone to come back years later and be as good as Scotty is, man, and just say, hey, it meant something to me then. That's why we do it. We're playing music to touch people's hearts,
Yes.
and that's what it's about. So
Well, I
Absolutely.
also saw you
Dawkins.
with Dawkins,
Yeah.
and that was at the
Oh.
Cabaret
I
Theater.
saw that one too.
yeah.
And that was the first time that I actually met you. And then I remember back in the day, man, we'd be in concerts and I'd see you just, a wild man. I was a young
Yeah,
kid, and
I'm
you
still
were
alive,
wild and
bro.
tall, and you were
Hey,
kind
Scotty.
of scary.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he froze
Scotty,
up.
did you know who was at that show also? And this, so the Cabaret Theater. So we see a guy behind the soundboard, and the guy had a pair of shorts on it. One leg was short, and the other leg went all the way down to his mid calf. And he had a pair of tennis shoes. One was silver and one was black. Like his shoes didn't match. And the guy, he looked like he was homeless. But guess who that was? That was
CC DeVille.
It was Dimebag Darrell.
Oh my God. Are
Wow.
you serious?
They said they were out with Testament, and that he got on the bus and actually was there with Dawkins when we were doing sound check. He was at the soundboard, and
Wow.
everybody was now like, look at those shoes and look at those shorts. And it was Dimebag. He was in Tulsa at that show behind the soundboard.
That's
That
awesome.
is
So
so
true.
cool. I never knew that.
Wow.
Never
Really,
knew that.
So I want to say that I don't know if that was early days.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's talk a little bit about the tribute.
yes.
Are we gonna let these guys go, or
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a time clock that we have to stay on. If you've got another question for him, go ahead.
well, let's give away another CD
Okay.
while we have these guys on here.
Okay.
But
I'll take one.
yeah,
You got it. Let me have that card back if you would. Yeah.
sure.
I'm putting the winner on there.
So, what year was "Shot the Devil"? What year was that album released?
Oh, come on, people. You got
That's
this.
an easy one.
You got this.
What year
Yes.
was "Shot the Devil" released?
Boom, boom, shout.
Boom, boom.
81? Is
Nope,
that
that is not right.
No.
Try again. We need music right
Derek
here.
Thrasher.
Whenever that album came out, man, I would listen to it and I would just
82?
open up the gatefold and stare at those
No,
pictures of
it is
them.
not 82.
I'm
I used
gonna
to love
look.
the pictures too, 9.
Oh, I'm gonna look like that. That's what I'm gonna look like right
86?
there.
No, it's
Mine,
not
you do a good
86.
job of it,
Shout
brother.
the
You-
Devil.
83.
Thanks, man.
Is it 83?
Yes, whoever says
Ryan
80
Kirk. Ryan Kirk is the winner.
He is it.
Ryan
Oh,
Kirk.
Ryan? Hey,
Yes.
Ryan, thank you, sir. By the way, brother, I'll be on stage with Ryan. You asked me earlier. I had a senior moment. I couldn't remember all the songs, but I'll be playing with Ryan at that show.
Cool.
Fantastic. That's great.
Can't wait to see him on stage, and it's going to be fun.
He's a good guitar
He
player.
really is, and such a
Really
sweet guy,
good.
too.
Ryan Kirk wins.
He's
Congratulations.
got the Dead Crue
Congratulations,
Society
brother.
CD.
All right. Well, Scott, did you have another question before we let these gentlemen go?
I don't have
And
a
that'll be
question.
looks to kill, guys.
I don't have a question, but I do just have a closing. You guys have planted the seed for a lot of us, like me and Nine and others, Mark and Jana. So I applaud both of you guys for everything you've done for the Tulsa music scene, and just all the rock jams that you guys and the great concerts and shows you guys put out, here in Tulsa. So I just want to say thank you to both of you guys for being true metalhead warriors, man.
Absolutely.
Grab a piece of the rock.
Thank you for having us on, and the show that you guys are doing is just it's incredible. I mean, it's you guys started doing it last year, at the height of the pandemic and everything, and none of us were able to play or anything like that. You guys started this deal, and it's been really cool.
Thanks,
And
man.
and you guys are you guys are kicking ass with it.
We're trying.
And if I could, there was one more story that I told you last night that I just remembered me telling you about.
Go for it.
Rick, I get to do the songs that I'm doing are Too Fast for Love, Red Hot, and Home Sweet Home, and I'm doing Red Hot with Rick. And cool. Rick and I went to the same high school. Rick graduated in '81, and I graduated in '83. And Rick's younger brother, Scott, and a guy named Jeff St. John and me, we all ran around together. And so we were going out and seeing, after, in the early 80s, we were going out and seeing Rick play. And, and we definitely weren't near old enough to be in a club, but anyway, Rick was just so cool to us. And because they had all the flash pods and stuff like that, so it's like, man, how does he, how'd they do that? And so we went to Rick's house, and Rick, he taught us how to make flash pods.
So cool.
And so I've always admired Rick for his his talent. And the guy is just an incredible front man.
Yes, he is.
Great singer, great guy.
Hell of a nice guy.
So in the band I was in at that time, just in case, we were asked to do the class of '81 class reunion out at Perryman Ranch. And Rick was there, and he said, hey, you guys, I'd like to get up and sing a couple songs with you guys. And was like, okay, no problem, man. We'd love to have you up. And we did like old standard Bad Company tune and Aerosmith song. I don't really remember what they were, but anyway, so Scotty Fatgatter was the drummer at the time.
Oh wow!
And he said, Dale, he said, let's learn a couple First Strike songs. I said, you really want to? And he said, yeah, let's learn a couple First Strike songs. Wow. Well, Rick was totally clueless. He had no idea that it was coming. And so Rick got up there and he sang his couple songs and stuff like that, and he's like, he was really humbled that we let him get up and play, because there's people out there that in his class that had never seen him perform before. And I said, hold on a second, Rick, you're not done yet. And we went into the Black Prince.
Wow.
And
wow.
I mean, Rick just came alive. It's like, so I know that really, really made him feel
That's
good.
That's really
and
cool.
And I've got pictures of, it's like, oh man, finally, there's another page in the book. I finally got to be on stage with Rick Adams. And so, here it is, about 10 years later. And, I'm going to get to be on stage with him again. So
that's beautiful.
That's really cool.
That's so
really
cool, man.
I'm looking forward to it.
Boy, we are too. And there's Travis holding that gorgeous bass.
Yeah,
so
looking forward
pretty.
to seeing that. And I have a, you said you were going to have people sign it. Well, instead of signing that beautiful thing, why don't you put like a tag or something on that where people can just sign the front and back of the tag, something.
Or you could just give it to me.
Right.
Yeah. One or the other.
Hey, I'll say something real quick. Everybody asked a question today. I had over 100 calls today asking me, how could you leave a Gibson in a box for 10 to 15 years?
I'm
and
blown
never
away
open?
by that too. That's
Well,
crazy.
Dale, hey, here's a story with Dale. Dale actually played our reunion in Tulsa, and I went up there and played with short hair for the first time in 20 years. My son passed away of natural causes, and he was only a year and 7 months. His name was Nicholas Arnold.
Sorry.
And Dale, I got to get up on stage with Dale, and we played 3 songs with Marty and Dale, and that's what got my blood going. And I'd already had this bass put away, and I knew one day, I never thought I'd play again. But when Dale played our reunion, I got up there and played with him, and it was like riding a bike. And I wanted to thank Dale for Dale, you've been an inspiration to everybody, brother. I love you, brother.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Man.
Love you
Hey,
too,
I
man.
have to read 2 comments to both of you guys on our way out the door with you. These are very important. Johnny Nitro says, the album Just a Nightmare was a great representation of metal. You will love it. Lots of kick-ass songs. And then Dale, this one's for you. It says, my dad is awesome. Dale Thompson. That's from Lindsey Glenn.
Oh,
That's good.
Sure.
You guys are both awesome, man.
Yes,
Love
you are.
you.
Fellas, we love you guys. We cannot wait to see you at the tribute show. Thank you for being such amazing people. And I mean, your hearts are as good as your talent. And we thank you for sharing these stories with us tonight. We cannot wait to see you at the Crue Tribute Show on Sunday, June 13th at the IDL Ballroom. You guys have
Give them a round of applause. Give them
great
some
night.
lot of
Thanks
love.
so much, you guys.
Give them
Love
some
you.
hearts, man.
You
Give them
look
some
beautiful.
hearts.
Thanks
You
for
look
having us.
beautiful.
Love you guys. Have a great night,
guys.
fellas.
We love
Talk
you
to you
guys too, man. Nine, rock on, Scotty, Jana. We love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you
Talk
guys.
to you guys. Bye,
Tulsa
guys.
Heart's called the Heartland for a reason. Love you
Yes.
guys.
All right.
Love you. We'll see you, buddy.
You guys take care. I'll see you at
Bye.
the IDL.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Scott, anybody important?
Yeah, it was a telemarketer.
Okay.
I thought it was Str8ght Shot was calling me.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, those were wow.
Yeah, I forgot to put it on block today.
Oh, that's okay. That's a cool ring. That's like old school.
Yeah, it is.
So let's do this. Let's play another song. This one is Danger. We've got Mr. Todd Edwards from Dead Metal Society on lead vocals on this one. He did such a killer job on this. I love it. And after we play Danger, we're going to check in with Steve Yeubanks from Str8ght Shot. We're going to talk a little bit about his show opening for Lita Ford on June 26th at the IDL Ballroom, and talk
a little more about the tribute show too.
Yeah.
I want to mention some of the players they're going to be there.
Yes, we are. So let's get to Danger, and then we'll be back here in just a few minutes. Thanks to our amazing guests tonight, Mark Mortensen, Travis Arnold, Dale Thompson. Appreciate you guys. Here's Danger. Be back in just a couple minutes here on Tulsa Music Stream.
So we took our dreams, ran like hell.
Welcome back.
There
And
you
we're
are.
back.
That was great.
Tulsa Music Stream, we are back.
One of us got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a 3-minute song, so you can only do so much on these little short songs, you know. Anyway.
Here's some love for Mark Mortensen from Ryan Kirk. He says, Mark Mortensen, dude, amazing.
Yeah, so cool.
I agree.
And I want to say hello to some people in our chat room. I think
Yes.
Shorty Malloy, who I work with, he's in the chat room.
What up, Shorty?
Doug Weber.
He's not short. And Doug Weber's in the
What up,
house.
Doug Weber?
Elizabeth English, Talcott says
What up,
sweet.
E?
So let's give away a couple more CDs real quick.
Nice. I didn't even work up any trivia questions, so I'm glad you're winging this quite well tonight.
So there is a song on this album that it's called You're All I Need. What album of Motley Crue is this off of? Wow. You're All I Need.
That's a good question, Scott. You have to be a Crue fan to know that.
Hmm.
The song You're All I Need by Motley Crue. What album did that
I think
come
it's
off?
off Rust in Peace.
You're fired, Dave Ellefson.
Oh, dang! I don't have any videos like that are being shared online.
Shorty Malloy, you won the CD.
Yeah,
Yay,
congratulations,
Shorty.
Shorty. Yo, my Shorty.
Okay, so far, let me count because math is fun. 1, 2. We've done 5 giveaways. So are we going to make it an even half dozen later?
Yeah, we're going to do one right now.
Right
so
now.
the song Merry Go Round, Psych Mochek sings on this. What band does he sing for?
Oh my God, this is so easy.
We got to make him easy.
This is so easy.
Well,
What band does Psych Mochek sing for?
Nickelback.
Original band.
original band.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, not his cover band Nickelback.
I think it's
Hey, Tim Hewitt.
Tim Hewitt.
damn.
Woo,
Damn it, Tim Hewitt.
Tim Hewitt.
Damn you.
Tim Hewitt got it.
Why is that a damn it? That's a
I was trying to guess.
But Dustin Little got it correctly because he spelled it all out.
well. Oh, come on now. We're not. He was typing fast. 'cause
I know.
No.
Now, if this was Jeopardy, we'd have to say.
Right.
Well, it's not because we're not that smart.
I'm sorry.
So,
Okay.
Tim, you win. And
Man.
so the Shorty
So
and some of the other names.
So Tim, when you're sitting up there at that view, you can be pumping Motley Crue songs.
no kidding. There's
And-
the CD winners right there.
Wow. Angie K, Jason Fritz, Travis Arnold, Ryan Kirk, Shorty Malloy, Tim Hewitt.
And
Awesome.
someone
Oh.
named CDs.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's initials.
Hey,
That's Coot Dixon.
You guys don't
Coot
know this,
Dixon,
but
that's right.
you guys don't know this, but we've added someone to our team.
Yeah.
She's behind the scenes. Are we keeping that anonymous?
Yeah. Why not?
Yes or no? There's a hand that reaches over. And
We don't let them. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll do a show about our staff.
Okay.
Okay.
So okay. Anyway, thank you for your help. We
Awesome.
appreciate it. So why don't? Do you have Steve Yeubanks' phone number?
I do.
You do? I hope he's ready for our call because now is the time. Oh, here comes our staff member right now. Gunk, 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 gunk.
Gotta go a little higher so they can see his face.
Boom.
And back it up a little bit.
Just-
this way.
There you
go.
There's our assistant
It's
right
Nikki
there.
Six
That sumbitch.
with the Warlock bass, and then
Man.
we have McMars too right here. See, we came prepared for this Motley
Look,
Crue tribute show.
his posture was a lot better back
Yeah,
then.
Mick Mars cannot stand like this anymore. I will guarantee you, he can't do this.
You
They
know
have
what?
to literally wheel him out there.
I don't even want to talk about that because that makes me kind of sad.
Yeah,
I mean, we all get old, right?
hold on.
Steve Yeubanks.
Yeah,
I hope he's there. Steve, please answer.
I'm sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected.
Hey, Steve, you there?
Hey, how you doing today?
Hey, man, how you doing?
What up, baby?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Good, good. What you doing? You just hanging out?
Yeah, what are you doing?
We're calling you, man.
We just got done painting the house, man. Come on.
we're doing some
Yeah.
we're doing some construction.
Right.
So hey, let's talk about your opening slot for Lita Ford. Tell us how pumped up you guys are. It sounds like you've been kicking ass on ticket sales. Are you guys pretty pumped for that show?
Yeah. We're doing really well with those ticket sales, and we could always sell more. So it'd be great if If anybody would like to buy any tickets, they can reach us on our band page at Str8ght Shot Band, and it is spelled differently. It's STR, the number 8, GHT, Shot Band, or they can get them. I'm not sure what the website is exactly.
But if you're,
I don't know. You guys can help me out with that.
Yeah, well,
it might be Ticket Stub or it might be Stub. I don't know.
Stubwire.
Stubwire. That's right.
Yeah, Stubwire.
Yes.
Cool.
That's it. So, and I had heard that it's actually almost sold out. Do you still have a pretty decent handful of tickets, or are you getting pretty close to being out on your end?
We are actually out on Str8ght Shot's end. Of course, we can always obtain more.
Okay.
So it's a more personal thing if we can go get more tickets and have some available at some of our upcoming shows, or some of the guys in the band can meet people in the Tulsa surrounding areas and meet with them and sell them. They're only $30 each now. I believe they'll be $35 at the door, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually putting the flyer up for the show right now. That show is Saturday, June 26th. Our friends in Str8ght Shot will be kicking it off that night. The doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. So Str8ght Shot will be playing at 8, followed by Lita Ford. Tickets are $30 in advance. And Steve, you're like us. You're a dude that gets out there and pounds the pavement and works and works and works. And you do a great job marketing and promoting your band. And I know if anybody needs a ticket, they can hit you up and you'll find a way to get them one. But definitely people can also go to Stubwire and check it out. Tell us a little bit about how the band Str8ght Shot got together, how long you guys have been together.
Actually, it's a pretty unique situation. I started the band 22 years ago, actually.
Wow.
And obviously with not the guys that are in it now. And we were based out of Southeast Kansas, and we played the Kansas City circuit. We did play Tulsa back in the day at the old Elephant Run. Played some of the clubs there. We played in the Wichita circuit in all the Southeast Kansas area, kind of like Parsons, Pittsburgh, Joplin, those kind of areas. And then I took a hiatus from playing music for a while and went to Florida during the hurricanes because I'm a general contractor by trade.
Mm-hmm.
And of course the band came to a halt, and back in 2003, late 2003, and went to Florida, stayed out there for 6 years, came back and decided I want to put the band together when I moved into the Tulsa area, and put together a new version of it and change the spelling of it, because by now, we're social media, YouTube, the internet kind of exploded, and some other bands were with the proper spelling, and then some of them had a shortened slang with the 8 behind the, STR8.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided just to take the A and the I out, throw an 8 in the center, and, continue on with the name Str8ght Shot, just because I'd had it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it came about, and we started playing all the local bar scene around the Tulsa area, Grand Lake, the casinos, and things like that. But this new version of Str8ght Shot that's now, I call it the new version. Corey Wayne, our rhythm guitar player and one of the lead vocalists, he's been with me since the new inception of Str8ght Shot. So he's been playing with me going on 6 years.
Wow.
And we call him the baby of the band. He's just a young kid. He's 27. And so he started playing with me just right as he turned 21, or just right before he turned 21.
Mm-hmm.
And then Patrick Stewart is our lead guitarist and another one of our lead vocalists. He's been playing with me now for about 4.5 years. And then we've got Justin Tipton on bass and lead vocals, and he's been playing with me for about 3 years. And so that and myself pretty much makes up Str8ght Shot. And we're just a cover band, but we have our own flavor and our own version. We don't try to play anything exactly like the record. We kind of try to have our own sound with it, and that's kind of what we like.
Cool.
Kind of makes things for us.
Well, I know you've been building and building, and you told me the other night that this is your favorite lineup, and definitely looking forward to you rocking out with Lita Ford, and hopefully you get some pictures with her and everything, and it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of fun for you, and there's gonna be a lot of people out there, and I just hope that you enjoy yourself, and I know you guys play out a lot, and you're always continuing booking your band, and you're always out there doing your thing, man. So nothing but love, and congrats to you and your band members.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I know you and Janice got to open for her in the past, and that was awesome. I'm just now getting off work, so that's why the phone call when it started was kind of weird. I'm up in Kansas, and I'm sitting at Sonic grabbing a drink. I'm thirsty, and so when it called, I'm thinking you're a normal customer, and so that's why I answered the phone all weird. And actually, it caught me off guard for a minute, and it took me just a split second. I had to hear your voice, and once I did, I was like, "Oh crap, that's Scott."
Yeah.
I'm like, and so I had to gather up and start. And I was jumbled for a minute. That's why I was thinking. Ticket stuff, why I couldn't figure it out.
It's all good.
It took me a second to figure out what's going on here, because I did know that I had this call coming, but in my line of business, I'm dealing with 50 or 60 guys a day. I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm dealing with all my customers and suppliers, and so it kind of slipped my mind at the very last seconds, because I had just said 45 minutes ago, hey, they're going to be calling at some point here, and
you're fine.
So that's why.
That's
why it took me a second to gather my brains.
It's all
good, man. We got you on, man, and we're going to be we're plugging your show, and we'll be continuing to plug your show up until the day of. Unfortunately, I think we're playing that day as well, but so that part sucks. But we love Lita Ford, and of course, seeing you guys opening up for Lita is going to be amazing, and she just rocks. So you're going to have a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, definitely. And Steve, let me just tell you from experience, just take those shows in. Every one of those shows that you get, man, it's a special memory for you to make with your bandmates and your friends, and just take it in and enjoy it. And we're really proud and pleased for you guys to get that slot. That's really great.
Wait, I do have a question in the chat room for you. Elizabeth Talcott asks, is he ever going to do another Rock Christmas?
Actually, I am. So, you had personal insight of what was going to happen a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And the chips just didn't align for me. And then last year, of course, we actually got a letter from the city of Tulsa asking us not to do it because of the COVID thing. I have been talking and working some different things out with some management of some national talent to try to bring somebody here this year. What's been happening with that is some bands that we could afford to bring are still kind of the ones that we were talking to are not certain yet if they want to do a show yet. Mm-hmm. But I have reached out to another guy that's trying to also, with his connections, to see if we can bring somebody. But I'm really partial to the 80s and 90s music, and I didn't want just any national touring act. I mean, we can all close our eyes and point and shoot and hit one, but I wanted to bring somebody that, first of all, that could we afford them, and second of all, somebody that I don't know, I kind of liked.
Sure, I
so
get
I kind of wanted to do that. But I will tell you this: no matter who I bring, whether I get it all together for this year or not, but no matter who I bring, it's going to be very, very hard to top the one at the Canes with all of us local bands, because I go to grocery stores or gas stations or anything, and people will recognize me from there and ask me if I'm going to do another one, and many people have told me that's the best concert they've ever been to.
Well, and
I just it means something, because we were local bands. We're just local, gunslingers around Tulsa, and that made it even more special to me, because we put on a show that was a high caliber show that people viewed it as that. So I thought it was, it's a special memory I'll always have.
And let me tell you something that I've never gotten to share with you, but I want to share it with you tonight. that Rock Christmas show is actually what planted the seed in my brain about thinking and wishing that we could do tribute shows where you get all the local musicians together to play. And so I just want to, give you props and credit for kind of, starting the whole, hey, let's all come together and do a big shindig thing together, because really we all realized how enjoyable it was that night. It was like, hey, we never get to play together. We're all either playing, on the same night in separate places, or maybe this guy's band's playing this night and we're just too tired or whatever to get out, or we got stuff we got to do. So I just want to say thanks again to you for doing that Rock Christmas show, because that was a blast.
Fun show. Yeah.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably, honestly, I've put on a lot of different events. I started out 22 years ago doing my very first ever benefit when I had an uncle that passed away, and he was a musician, played with all kinds of different national touring acts, Brooks and Dunn, Freddie Fender, a whole bunch of different guys over the years. And I ended up having to do a benefit for him because he was a working musician and, traveled all over the United States. And he just didn't have that kind of money to bury himself, and it was an unexpected death at 53. He just passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put this benefit on in my local hometown, and it went over well.
Cool.
Well, sad to say, 3 months later, my dad was killed in a car wreck.
Sorry, man.
And the crazy thing about that is that, without going into too much details, I ended up putting on another benefit for my own father, and it went over really well. So I knew I had the ability to do things like that because they I planned them well because they meant something to me because they were my family members.
Right.
So if I felt like I could use that same passion for people I didn't know, then I knew I could do good show, put on good shows for other people.
Yeah.
And the actual Rock Christmas thing was pretty unique idea. I mean, I came up with it. It was something that was pretty unique. We just bought one of those guitar packs that you see on Musician's Friend or whatnot, but we bought it from the music store in Tulsa. And, a little guitar, a regular an amp strap case, whatnot. And sorry, I didn't know if we cut out just a little bit there.
No, you're good.
All good.
My Bluetooth tried to cut off in my truck. But we bought this little guitar pack, and we went around and sold $5 raffle tickets for it at every local show we played the first year I did Rock Christmas. And I think we raised, I can't remember the exact amount. I don't have my paperwork in front of me, but it was a lot of money, $9,000 off of a $200 deal.
Ooh,
wow.
So we took that money, and we bought local families, needy families, Christmas dinner, and we hand-delivered it to their doors.
So good.
It took us 17 hours in one day to do that.
Jeez.
And the first inception of Str8ght Shot that I brought back to Tulsa.
Well,
and so it went on, and I just kept doing it a few years, and then I got other people involved in it, and I did a show at Wild Hogs for Marty and Michelle, and Roxanne owned it at the time. We did one there, had 12 bands in 12 hours, and I think it grossed like 30-something K.
Wow.
And it was a lot of money. And so we helped a ton of families that year. But there was 5 or 6 of us that did different things. We had one band that bought a drum set. They raffled it off. We had one band that bought a bass pack, one band that bought a guitar pack, one band that bought a keyboard pack, one band that bought a small PA. So essentially, if you got lucky and, several people bought tickets, or one person bought tickets from all these, they could have a bunch of stuff to put in a little garage and jam because you had every instrument you needed.
Yeah.
So that was a fun year, too, to do that.
Yes.
Cool.
And then, of course, I did the big one at Canes with you guys and Poster Child and DMS and all of us, you know.
Well, that was a fun time, and just if you're friends with him on Facebook, just keep up with him. He'll most likely, if he will be posting about that when he gets that thing all together. But, hey, man, it was great having you on, Steve, and we're going to move on and be shutting down here pretty soon. But good luck to you at the Lita Ford show, man, and you take care, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for being on with us.
I appreciate it. One last shout-out. I'd like to give Doug Burgess a big applause for asking Str8ght Shot to open for Lita and DEB Concerts for putting this on. Much appreciated, and bring some cool concerts back to the Tulsa area after all this
bet.
craziness.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, you take care, man.
Thanks, Steve. We'll talk to you soon,
Thanks,
bud.
guys. I appreciate it.
See you later.
I'll talk to y'all soon.
Take care, man. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
Awesome. Very good.
Cool.
Very good.
So, I wanted to talk a little bit about the tribute show itself because I know there was a lot of people that were in the chat room and maybe they're gone now. I don't know. But some of the people that will be playing the show itself.
I actually have that.
Cool.
Let me see if I can pull that up here.
Yeah.
Yep, right there. It's going to be small on people's screens, but yes, I do have that.
Oh, awesome. So, name off some people.
So, okay, of course, we got 9. Rick Adams, Mike Anderson, amazing singer, Travis Arnold, Justin Barber, our rocket science drummer, Eddie Bishop, Tim Connor, J.P. Childress, Matt Donaldson, Melissa Fox, Jason Gottney, Jason Gilardi, Matt Gordon, Tom Green, Les Hodge, Wes Hoffman, Steve Holt, Blake Horton, Jason Jarrett, Travis Kidd, Tom King, Ryan Kirk, Stacy Lane, Sean Medina, Steve McCabe, Steve Doc Morris, Mark Mortensen, Syke Mochek, Clint Naughton, Marty Pelton on keys, Steve Pogue, Corey Reynolds, Dustin Rhodes, Homer Robison, Mike Starkey, Scott Squires, me, Thad Timothy.
Did you say Mimi?
Mimi. Thad Timothy, Dale Thompson, Tanya Thompson, Derek Thrasher, Pete Turley, Mike Vines, Michelle Warren, Doug Weber, and Zach White.
There's a lot of people there, huh?
Yeah,
Ooh,
a lot
that's
of
a
people.
bunch of folks.
Whoa.
And, we do have a set list. I actually had the set list and everything. I was going to name off some people, but, it's...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let it be a surprise.
Oh, who's going to play what, you mean?
And if we can do the 9th, coming June 9th, we can have Ripper Owens from Judas Priest.
Holy crap.
Former Judas Priest.
Is that... Hold on.
So,
Sorry.
What do you think about that?
So that just came in?
And he drops a new song on the 9th.
Oh,
So
breaking news here on Tulsa Music
Whoa.
Stream.
lead singer Tim Ripper Owens,
Oh, my
former
God.
lead vocalist of Judas Priest, and now he's the singer with KK Dowings with KK's Priest, and they will be dropping their new song. So looks like we're gonna get 6 days before we get our shit together for that one.
Holy Moses. Okay. What day is June 9th? That's a Wednesday?
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute, Scott. Isn't that... that's rehearsal night. We should probably take this discussion off
Yeah,
air.
I was going to suggest that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to work that out. 'cause-
TMI.
Yeah.
All
sorry.
right.
But that's exciting to know that we can get him.
Yes.
And that was...
But what about
And
what
that
we
was-
have coming up?
That was done on our own. What we have coming up is...
Right.
Why don't you talk for a minute?
Well, man, check it out. So, Saturday, June the 12th, at 11:30 a.m. in the morning, we will be talking to Rudy Sarzo, ex-Whitesnake, Ozzy, Quiet Riot. Also on the same episode, we will talk to Johnny D from Britney Fox and Doro Pesh, and Corey Reynolds from Crash Funk and Early Morning Snakes.
When is that again?
That will be Saturday, June 12th, 11:30 a.m. And I just mentioned to Jana, I'm such a Randy Rhoads weirdo. The first thing in my head is like, this is as close as I'm ever going to get to be to Randy talking to Rudy Sarzo.
You're going to lick the screen.
I'm
aren't
going to
you?
lick the mic when I talk to
Holy
him.
Moses.
Yeah.
It's
But
exciting.
coming up after that, on Thursday, June 24th, we have Chips Enough from
Yes.
Enough's Enough.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful.
And then Saturday, July 17th, Mike Kroger from Nickelback.
Wow.
So lots of big names coming up, and you never know who will pop up in between. So
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No.
Apparently, Ripper Owens is going to
yeah,
pop up.
he just ripped his way right in, didn't he?
Pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What else you got, Scott, before we get out of here?
Well, I think I mean we still can talk about this off the air, but I think Wednesday I don't know if I got any songs to do on that day.
Really?
So
Wednesday
because I'm doing Tuesday over with Jason.
Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, I think you're right. I think I have Tuesday and Thursday.
Right.
We're conducting business live on air.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what are you doing Wednesday?
And even if we can do it like at 6 to 7, I could 6 to 7 or something like that. If we can do that, then
Anyway,
Off the air.
All right.
please.
I know you're excited.
We are Tulsa Music Stream,
We-
and we're going to play one more
Yeah.
song. We got 33 people left. We had over 50-something people. It's going to be about 53. I'm gonna say it was 55. On a,
I mean, look,
we might have missed that one.
someone's wife was probably watching too.
Right.
56.
You have to think about people that may have it casting on their
Right.
television.
They're
you got
double dipping.
You have your kids. You have popcorn.
Cats.
You got your.
That's right. That's
so
right.
make sure you always
Peeping Toms through windows.
Hey, there's a shirt. Hey, get a shirt because not everybody has one yet.
You
Yes.
should get this shirt, and you should take your picture in it, and we'll post it for everybody to see.
Tulsa Music Stream shirt. Somebody, hey Denise, if you're still in the chat room, can you please post the link to our shirts?
Yeah.
I
And
didn't even.
hey, real quick before we play Starry Eyes, Johnny Nitro just put something awesome in here. He said we are finishing up a music documentary about legendary Tulsa music venue Kane's Ballroom. Hosted everyone from Sex Pistols to Hank Williams. 1, 2, and 3 played there. That will be something to watch
Right.
for.
Yep, and Rocket Science will also be at Cimarron this Saturday.
We are, and Raucus plays from 6 to 9 before we do on the outdoor stage.
Hey, Amped plays Friday night there
Man,
too.
we're all just rocking.
there you go.
We're rocking this week like docking.
Revamp.
Okay, so let's play Starry Eyes and get out of here.
Please.
Jana on vocals. This was actually a winner.
So we may see you on June 9th, but if we don't, but I think we will, but if we don't, we'll see you June 12th, Saturday, where we talk to Rudy Sarzo, Johnny D, and Corey Reynolds. Good stuff going on here at Tulsa Music Stream. Thanks to all our sponsors. Thanks to our viewers. Enjoy this song, Starry Eyes by Dead Crue Society. And by all means, we'll see you at the Crue Tribute Show on Sunday, June 13th at the IDL Ballroom. Love you guys. Thank you for everything.
Awesome.
Thanks. Have a good night.
See you soon.